All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Now, let me get everything together here. I'm running behind. I just came in. Still got my coat right here. Just came in. Robert Willis. Hey, what's up with you, Robert Willis? I appreciate you. Let's see. Hold on. Let me scroll down here. I got to put some stuff up here on the screen. Excuse me. Put some stuff up here on the screen so that people know what's going on. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. I know I'm not looking at the camera. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you for a few. We can talk about some stuff. I'm with you for a few. It won't be quite as many people here today, at least not initially. Maybe everybody else will get on board. But we are broadcasting. We are not on the personal page. We are over here broadcasting on the afternoon experiment on Facebook. Of course, all the other pages the same. The YouTube page, which YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube on the personal page, you might want to switch over to the afternoon experiment page on YouTube as well. Because from time to time, we won't be broadcasting on the personal page. We will only be broadcasting on the show page. So that is what it is. Just get used to it. Go on over to the afternoon experiment page on Twitter. Go on over to the afternoon experiment page on Facebook. Go on over to the afternoon experiment page on YouTube. Excuse me. And again, I'm just walking in, been out, working. Because I'm a man. That's what men do. Men work. Well, they do other stuff too, but, if you're a man, you go out and you make it happen. So, hold on, let me see. Got a few people still finding out, still figuring it out. Welcome. Man, it's been a good day. What's up? Let me say my hellos to everyone. To me, this is the most exciting part of the show. It's not that exciting of a show anyway, but this is the most exciting part of the show. I already said hello to Robert Willis. Sabrina, good afternoon from Kentucky, she says. Good afternoon. Dwayne says, good afternoon, everyone from Mount Airy. Good afternoon, Dwayne. I got to clear my throat again. Hold on. Feel like Gleno. That's it. He used to be a caller. He was always clearing his throat. Yeah. Brent. Good afternoon, Brent. He's checking in from Dallas, Texas. We got Tina. Tina checking in. Good afternoon, Tina. You didn't say where you was checking in from. We got Pamela checking in from North Avondale. Terry checking in. She say ain't none of your business where she checking in from. She didn't say that, but she didn't put it up there. And if you don't put it up there, that's the way I take it. That's you saying ain't none of your damn business where I'm checking in from. And I'm a little offended, but it's okay. It's okay. I feel like you did it to offend me, but we cool because we can do that to one another. Janice says, hi, Janice. Hi, she's got the hand waving. Sierra says, what's up, E-Man? What's up, Sierra? Sierra also said it ain't none of your damn business where I'm checking in from. TC says, are we in the new page? Yes, we in the new page. Deontay says, what's happening? Janice says, I see they coming over. Janice, I told you not to worry about it. I told you don't worry about it. Eventually we'll get them there. We got Nat says, good Taco Tuesday, E-Man. He's checking in from Madville. Janice says, I'm frozen. It looks like everything is good on my side. If I'm frozen, guys and gals, do people say gals? If I'm frozen, it's not my fault. It's probably the man. Anthony, good afternoon, checking in from Clifton, Miss Pittsburgh. She says, good afternoon, everyone. Tria said, hey, y'all, from Columbia Township. Columbia Township. Ain't a lot of, Caucasian people out there. Columbia Township. Not that there's anything wrong with a lot of Caucasian people being there. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not anti-Caucasian people. Some of my best friends are Caucasian people. I've had Caucasian people over my house for dinner. That's the truth. But I was just curious, because this is a segregated city. So you got black areas of town, you got white areas of town. You do have some mixed areas of town, but when you say black and white, then but it's some black people live here. So it's some white people that live in my neighborhood. But that don't make, if there's a few, that don't make, y'all know what I'm saying. You got the white areas, you got the black areas. It's Cincinnati. I mean, that's just the truth. And then you have some mixed areas. I don't know that Columbia Township is one of those mixed areas. I think it's a white area, but I'm not sure. Regina says, good afternoon from Madisonville. And Madisonville, they about to turn that into a white area based on some stuff I'm seeing. Brenda says, hi from Fairfield. That's definitely a white area. It's not in Cincinnati, but that's Fairfield is white. Let's see. Lady K says, yo, Mason. All right. Crystal says, good afternoon, and Emanuel and everyone. Checking in from work, which is Forest Park, which is, for the most part, black now. I guess you would say it's mixed, but it's like 65% black or something like that. And then, another 20% other, and then the rest is white. TC says, hey, checking in from the mountaintop of the last day of Black History Month. All right. Tina says she don't want no problems. Tria say, you moved us because we wouldn't move to the new page. Hey, sometimes asking don't make it happen. You just got to make it happen, Captain. I don't even know where that came from. I watched The Office when Daryl said that to Mike. I think I saw that episode yesterday, so that's been in my head. Now it's out. It won't come out again. Rick says, what's up with you, E-Man and fam? All right. Sierra's checking in from snowy Boston. Oh, it snowed in Boston. Yeah, I don't be keeping up on the weather around the country like that. I know it's crazy things going on everywhere. As far as I'm concerned, where I am, ain't no snow. It's a half decent day out. You can't beat that. So you in Boston dealing with the snow, go make some snow angels after the show. Kenneth says, what's up, great people? Great day, great people. West Side. Anthony says, no choice if you don't cast from your personal page. Let me see. Broken Wing says, Lindsay gonna get you. Why y'all keep mentioning names? I haven't said that anybody's name. Like I put up on my post, if you've never threatened to murder me, I can talk about that all day and you don't feel no kind of way. You don't feel no kind of way. Janice didn't call Lincoln's show today. Like, why is Emanuel talking about me murdering him? I didn't say no names. I could have just as easily been talking about Janice. Janice, I don't know. I have no idea why. Before you even ask, I don't know why, Janice. I just picked you out. I think in my mind, you were the person least likely to murder me that's watching. I vote you least likely to murder me. So I chose you. I don't know. But Janice, why is he saying that? I don't know why this is my voice for you either, Janice. I don't know. You don't talk like this, but this is in my head. This is Janice. And why is he saying that I want to murder him? I've never said that I want to murder Emanuel. Why would he say that? Janice didn't say that, right? Because if I could say all day, somebody trying to murder me, somebody want to murder me, Janice ain't going to think, I wonder, is he talking about me? You know why Janice ain't going to think that? Because Janice never said, if I catch you in traffic, you know what I'm saying? Janice never said that. Janice never said, I won't do it, but I got somebody who would do it for me. Janice never said that. So if you really feel like you've never threatened to murder me, and I didn't say no names, then don't worry about it. It ain't you. But if you know I'm talking about you, if you just know it, you fit in your spirit, you know I'm talking about you, there's a really good chance that at some point you threatened to murder me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do it on the air, but did he know that I was thinking about murdering him? How did he know? Oh my goodness, how did he know? If there's a part of you that feel guilty, you probably threatened to murder me at some point. Here's a tip. Small tip. If you don't threaten to murder people, you don't really have to worry about people talking about you threatening to murder them. And then even if they do, you don't really have to worry about it because you didn't do nothing. It's amazing how that works. We could just stop threatening each other altogether. Like, I don't agree with a whole lot of stuff that Janice say. Yeah, I'm picking on Janice because I like Janice. And again, I vote her least likely to murder me. So I feel like I can pick on Janice, and I'm not necessarily worried about Janice murdering me. Even though I did see a movie where it was some elderly people murdering people. Janice, don't murder me. Don't murder me. But I disagree with Janice about a lot of stuff. And it has never devolved to, wait till I catch you in traffic, I'm gonna get somebody to do it for me. It's never. Like, we just don't agree on stuff. She called me names. I tell her how much I love and appreciate her. That's about as far as it go. That's it. We can love one another even though we disagree about stuff. And I really don't understand the idea that, you know, you can't say nothing to me. And if you say something to me, then I got to threaten you. We grown people. Keep my name out your mouth. You Will Smith. We grown people. All right. Miss Pittsburgh says, I was listening to the Leakage show. There was some guy that came on, said all kind of stuff. I don't talk about names. I don't mention people's names, but I heard the same thing. Diane says, hi from Covington. Hi, Diane. Broken Wing checking in from DC. Let's see, is this some kind of census test or something? No, not at all. Sierra says, Boston's the same. I live in an artsy, young, professional neighborhood. It's similar to Oakley High Park. You live with the white people. Nothing against it. David says, what's up? Fresh out of Meta Live jail. Looking good, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. Why y'all keep mentioning names? I'm not mentioning no names. Only, you know what I'm saying? You say something, only the hit dogs are gonna holler. Cause the ones who ain't been barking and yapping, gonna be, I know he ain't talking about me, cause I ain't never threatened to murder him. So don't mention no names. Janice says I'm frozen again. Yeah, am I freezing up, y'all? Or does my good friend Janice need to refresh? Ben says you can't comment over here without stopping the broadcast. Okay, I don't know what's happening. If I'm freezing up, I don't know what's happening. Lady K says not frozen. Janice might call the boys on me. That would be terrible. Kenneth says the power of the tongue is real, bro. Stop saying that, bro. Stop telling the truth. The truth is the truth. Why not say the truth? If me telling the truth about a thing is going to make the thing happen, then the thing is just going to happen. Because I'm going to tell the truth. I didn't say somebody is going to do it. I said somebody threatened to do it. That's just the truth. Tria want to know, have I ever made a list of all the people who are after me? I try not to think about it. Here's what happens. And I don't thoroughly understand. I don't bother nobody. Like y'all, people think I'm one thing, but I don't bother people. Like I don't bother anybody. I say little silly stuff from time to time. I say stuff that might get on people's nerves, but I don't bother anybody. And if you are like me and you're like, hey, look, people have a right to their opinions and people have a right to challenge people's opinions. You even got a right to call me names. I don't care. That don't bother me because I know who I am. I know, y'all know how many times I've been called a narcissist. I actually had to look it up and then do like a little bit of a deep study on, well, not a deep study, but a little study on what is narcissism and what is, what's the other one? Narcissistic personality disorder. They're actually different. And I was like, I'm neither of them. I'm not even close to either of those. So if you be, man, you're such a narcissist, I'm not going to be bothered by that. To me, that's like you calling me a tall white man. I hate him, man. He's such a tall white man. Be like, you crazy. I'm not. I know who I am. And to me, I know you're thinking, tall white man, what that got to do with anything? You're calling me something that I know I'm not. So I'm not going to be bothered by whatever it is that you call me when I know I'm not that. And I even go a little more on the weird part is I don't get bothered by people who call me the stuff that I kind of am. Because everything that I'm aware of that I am, I'm comfortable with. So, no, I don't have a list, but I just think people need to just relax. Relax. We got to be able to, we people, humans, not black people, not people, humans. We have to be able to have conversations, agree, disagree, challenge each other, even argue. When I say fight, I don't mean physical, but argue and fight without succumbing to the temptation to either be or threaten violence. Let me see. If you don't get to people's houses and stay out traffic, you have a likelihood of living. I've been invited to a house to be murdered. It's true. Somebody invited me to their house so that they could murder me. I declined the offer. Who's gonna say yes? Even the Craigslist people didn't put an ad in there like, come to my house to be murdered. Like, no, this is their interesting ad. Let me go over there. Like, nah, they thought they was going over there to, I don't know, buy a TV. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know going in that they was going over there to be murdered. Who would agree to that? Not I. Oh, boy. Lady K says, I'm going to win the Mega Millions. Apparently, if you say it enough times, it's going to happen. If you say it enough times, it's going to happen. Let me see. I don't want to be a witness to any criminal activity. Janice said she could take it. Angela want to know, what did she pop in on? Nothing. Let me see. Ken Anderson doesn't like mentioning names either. Hold on, let me deal with not Ken Anderson, but kind of Ken Anderson. Let me say this before I start, because I like to give context for the stuff that I'm gonna say, so that you know what to accept and what to reject just on its surface. You know what? I try to be as honest of a person as I can. So, if I'm like, I don't like somebody, and then I'm going to comment on something that they said, at least this is colored by the fact that he doesn't like them. And so, you can take it or leave it, whatever. So I like to be clear. And let me say up front, I don't dislike Ken Anderson. I think Ken Anderson is a nice guy. I think he's a nice guy. I don't agree with almost any of his positions that I've heard of or that I know of. And I don't know that he views black people all that favorably. I'm not saying he doesn't. I don't really hear it when I talk to him. But me and Ken Anderson have had many good conversations, and we've butted heads a few times, here and there. Now, his position on reparations, the idea that reparations basically shouldn't be a check, shouldn't be money, should be tax exemption. I hear him. But what I don't understand, hold on, before I get to what I don't understand, I don't disagree with him in conjunction with money. That in conjunction with money, not just that. If it's just that, I don't agree with it. If it's just, tax exempt, I don't agree with it. You got to throw something else in there for everybody. Everybody who's a descendant of enslaved people here in America. At least the class that we're talking about. Throw something in there for everybody. But like rich people who, pay a lot of taxes, well, you assume they pay a lot of taxes. It's not always necessarily true. But we know like Donald Trump paid $75 in taxes. So it's not necessarily true that rich people pay a lot of money in taxes. But the idea that, hey, I make a lot of money, so I get a lot of benefit. You make a little bit of money, so you get little to no benefit. I don't like that. I don't like that. And it ain't that I don't want to see rich black people, be richer. My rich black friends, when they tell me, like, look, I got a raise, or I got a bonus, or I got a windfall, or I figured out a way to make more money, or, whatever, I celebrate with them because I'm not against rich people getting richer. I'm not against that. But if you're talking about you getting a windfall, I'm using that term. I don't like that term for this, but I think it explains what I'm talking about. If I'm talking about you getting a windfall, and you get a windfall because of slavery, we should all get the same windfall. We should all get the same windfall. Well, it is the same. You don't have to pay taxes, but it's not. It don't end up being the same. Like if you give everybody $1,000, $1,000. Don't give me no $1,000. I'm just using it as a number. Relax. If you give everybody $1,000, everybody got $1,000. Rich people don't get 7,000 and poor people get 500. Everybody get 1,000. And that's my beef with the whole just exempt us from taxes. Now, sure, you can do both. Give me my 1,000, exempt me from taxes, and allow me to get a free education, or me and my people for the next 100 years. You might be on to something. You might be on to something. But what about the people who don't want to go get an education? Okay, but that's why we got multiple things. So, there's opportunity for everybody. But we all get that one bump. That one, I'm saying $1,000. If they said $1,000, that would be laughable. But I'm just saying it for a number. So I don't agree with Ken Anderson's plan. I don't agree with his plan. I don't like his plan. I honestly believe his plan is kind of steeped in the idea that it's not gonna happen, and he's just kind of saying stuff because he doesn't want to offend his Republican friends and comrades. So he's putting something out there that he know ain't gonna never happen. Well, I'm saying I'm doing something. I'm suggesting something, but he know it ain't gonna happen. Because like Brent, I want to say brilliantly, but Brent, it wasn't that brilliant. What you did wasn't that brilliant today. That's not a knock on you. Just the idea that with these people who do stuff like this, I don't know if Ron is on here, but Ron, I'll put you in this category, Ron D, if you are here. You don't have to be brilliant to stump them. Really super simplistic stuff will stump them. Super simplistic stuff will stump them. Hold on, I see in the comment, Angela says, I think the tax idea is viable because we all pay taxes to some degree. That still don't make it viable. Well, here's why I say it's not viable. If they said we giving you $1,000, we giving the descendants of slaves $1,000. Well, hold on. We giving rich descendants of slaves $7,000. Middle class descendants of slaves $1,000, and poor descendants of slaves $50. I think we would all be like, no, that's not fair. How are they benefit more because of their economic status when this isn't about economic status? And that's the problem I see with the taxes. You get more the more you have and the more you're supposed to pay. I don't like that. I don't like that. Fame is in the house. All right, Fame. Angela still doesn't understand how you're talking about the murdering thing. No biggie. But it's not, I don't think it's fair. And I think as unfair as slavery was, to have this nation divide, because that would divide us. Yeah, all my rich friends, when they would be talking about, oh, now we finally got our reparations, I would be mad at them like, no, you got a significant amount of benefit. I did not. Now what, you better than me? It would divide us. It would divide us. That would be class warfare. And it actually sounds like something a Republican would come up with. How can we divide them black people? And at the same time say we did something for them? Here's what we can do. We can take the rich ones and give them a whole lot of benefit, and the poor ones and give them virtually no benefit, and say, we helped y'all. We can divide them, and then we can conquer them. Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. Angela, hold on, I gotta get here. Hold on, I gotta scroll down. Angela's asking some questions that I'm not against. Let me see if I can get to it. She said, oh, come on. Where is it? She asked, basically, because I can't find the comment. It was just on the screen, but I can't find it. But she basically said, for those of you who did not see it, the question was along these lines. Didn't Joe Biden's loan forgiveness kind of do that same thing? Sure. But Joe Biden's loan forgiveness ain't reparations for the atrocity that was slavery. Because to me, that's almost like saying we gonna give the light-skinned black folks more than the dark-skinned black folks. Whoa, hold on, no, you can't do that. It's a way to divide. Maybe it ain't by skin tone. Maybe it's by economic status. No division. Everybody gets the same. No division. That's the difference. Now, if Joe Biden was saying, look, this is reparations, well, he don't talk like this, but I don't, this is reparations for slavery, student loan forgiveness, then I would be against it. For that purpose, I would be against it. Lady K says loan forgiveness went to federal court. Yeah, Supreme Court is looking at it right now. Supreme Court is looking at it right now. Hold on, I just saw this. I didn't see, y'all saw y'all didn't see. I skipped past a whole lot of comments. Brent Beard, no problem. I'm used to Emanuel slander, so I can take it from anyone. What? Slander? I don't slander. Right, and Angela says, I'm talking about it not being equal across the board. But the difference between that not being equal and reparations not being equal is reparations, I feel like, has to be equal. It's different than all the other stuff. It's different. It is different. And I know I heard you, well, not heard you, but I saw your comment earlier. I believe it was earlier today, where you were basically saying, I paid my student loans, so I'm not necessarily for that forgiving student loans. I did my time, let them do their time. I think that is exceptionally selfish of you, but you got a right to feel that way. You got a right to feel that way. But again, that's different than reparations. Oh boy, let's see. There was something that I saw that I wanted to address. It seems to me that people who can't afford to pay back a loan should go to school free. I think school shouldn't be as expensive as it is. Shouldn't be as expensive as it is. Interest rates on student loans shouldn't be what they are. Like, those should be like super duper low interest rates. I understand you the bank, you got to make a little bit of money. You the whatever, you the lender, you got to make a little bit of money. Those should be like 1% interest. Because it's not just for me. The more educated your populace is, at least just my perception, the more educated that the population is, the better that'll be for the nation. Angela going off a little bit. Angela made some sacrifices. She went without to pay those off. Well, you should have waited. Not really, but look, you don't be mad at me because I get that benefit just out of the goodness of somebody's heart. Again, if you said, I'm doing this as payback for a wrong that I did to you, then all right, I will say it ain't fair. I mean, and it ain't fair. It ain't fair. But you did the right thing. You did the right thing for you. What I don't understand, all of these loans that got forgiven, these the loans that they were given to people during the coronavirus, and they forgave those loans. Because they forgave a lot of wealthy people, got loans and got them forgiven. And nobody had a problem with that. But when it's student loans, people are like, well, what about me? What about, I paid mine. I paid my debt. Everybody should have to pay their debt. The reason we never have reparations is because everyone thinks they are smarter than the room, and there are way too many opinions on how to dole out reparations. Just run the check, please. And of course, that would be the fair part. That would be the fair part. Give everybody a check. Now, no amount of money would be okay, but you give everybody a check. Like I said, you don't give light-skinned people more money than dark-skinned people, on a sliding scale. So if you really light, you get $1 million. If you really dark, you get $1,000. And then we gon', how close are you to the brown paper bag? Let me see. You got things where I'm doing this because I have a little chart with different shades of the same color. They go from white to black, and it'll be pink, or darker pink, and go through, and then it's like this really, really deep red, and then the red gets darker and darker, and then it gets black. You don't want that. So you fail here, that qualifies you for this much money. No, you don't want that. So everybody got to get the same amount. Everybody got to get the same amount. And then, from there, whatever you do is what you do. Angela says, people always going to see things through their personal lens, and this is one such area for me. All right. Wyatt says, come on, PPP loans were payroll, not to put money in companies' pockets. It was for the staff. And if it was a loan and then it was forgiven, ain't that a bad thing? Because that's what we said about student loans. Student loans was a loan, and they're saying, let's forgive a portion of it. So I don't care what the loan was. If it was a federally backed loan and it got forgiven, you should feel like that's wrong. And if you're not as passionate about how wrong that is, then you shouldn't be passionate about student loan forgiveness being wrong either. A loan is a loan. My student loans didn't go into my pocket. Just like the PPP payroll loans wasn't putting money in the company's pocket. A loan is a loan. And if the government can look and say, look, we loaned out this much money and we forgave this many loans, then they should be able to do that for people with student loans as well. Now, if you're against the government forgiving government-backed loans, then just say that. I'm against the government forgiving government-backed loans, but I want to hear you be as passionate about all of these other government-backed loans that got forgiven too. Because you might not necessarily be against the government forgiving government-backed loans. You might just be against certain people's loans being forgiven. You ain't got no sense. Let's see. It's corporate welfare, period. Angela says, my employer tricked it off. I'm not sure what that means. Janice says, shut up with light skin, dark skin BS. That is our own biggest divider. Well, I don't know that it's our own. I think it was put on us. And then we just accepted it. Daryl says, my $58,000 loan is in the process of being forgiven because because to a school who got sued by the government and closed down, and I was lucky to still use my degree and got a decent career. All right. Mayosha, I think you done said this like 7 times, but you want to make sure we know. All you know is you don't want to pay taxes no more. Rich people. These rich people just want to get richer. Pay your fair share. Pay your fair share. And you know you write stuff off anyway. From what I know about you, you probably like Donald Trump paying like $75 in taxes when all is said and done. Be writing stuff off. Why it says if PPP didn't happen, America would have collapsed. It kept people paid. It was not a loan. Why'd they call it a loan? If it wasn't a loan, they shouldn't have called it a loan. But just imagine if everybody who's ever got a student loan wasn't allowed to go to school because they didn't have the cash to pay for school, what state would the nation be in? So, I mean, you can use the same logic there. Without PPP loans, we would have collapsed. The system would be horrible. Without college-educated people, the system would be horrible. This nation would be horrible. So, same logic. If PPP didn't have to be paid back, then they would free Kelly Prather. I'm not sure what that means. Some people got government loans during the so-called pandemic, and they got those loans forgiven. Thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars in loans just wiped out, forgiven. They got the money, and they didn't have to pay it back. And people ain't going bonkers about it. They're just not. And they won't, because a lot of those people already have money. Daryl says a lot of those companies got PPP loans and didn't use it to keep their employees. Angela says student loans should be like layaway. Just put a little something on it every now and then. Look, Angela, I'm agree with you. Absent loan forgiveness, people should pay their student loans. People should. And the idea of forgiving student loans, wasn't out there. But I don't understand begrudging somebody else because you didn't get the same hookup. I don't understand that. Now look, I'll be mad sometimes when, I go get gas and gas is, when it was up there, $3.99, whatever. And then I drive past the next day and it's done dropped 40 cents. Like, what about me? I just paid $3.99. They got to pay $3.59? That ain't fair. I'll be mad when I go buy a TV and then the next week that TV go on sale. What? That's not fair. I just paid this much for the TV, but somebody can come in today and pay that much? That ain't fair. Sometimes that's just the way it go. But I don't be like, no, standing at the door, no, charge him the same amount that you charged me for the TV yesterday. That ain't fair. I shouldn't have to pay this amount for I'm not doing that. Timing. He got lucky, if you want to call it. He caught it on sale. I didn't. Don't begrudge the people who gonna get a hookup. Terry makes a good point. They're forgiving $10,000 of a loan, not the whole thing, which is, I don't remember. If you say it's $10,000, then okay, even though I thought it was maybe just up to a little more. I thought it was 15. I don't know why I thought it was 15, but it might only be 10. Or I thought it was like up to 20. But either way, Yeah, you're right. They're not forgiving the whole thing. They're not forgiving the whole thing. Randall Wyatt says, someone show me where it says in the PPP plan that it was a loan. Somebody look that up and show Wyatt. I'm kind of on the air. So somebody look it up and show Wyatt where people got loans during the pandemic. Well, let me ask this quick question, Mr. Wyatt. Are you asserting that no one has gotten, and especially during the pandemic, and this is a question, I'm not putting words in your mouth. You know, people like to say that. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm not saying Wyatt says that, but don't put words in my mouth. It's a question. Are you asserting that during the pandemic, no one got a loan, a federally backed loan, and had that loan forgiven? Is that your assertion? That's my question. Angela says, I'm not begrudging. I just have an opinion why I am unimpressed. Okay. Well, that makes sense. It sounded like you were saying they shouldn't be forgiven because mine wasn't forgiven. But that's not what you're saying. I respect, well, either way, even if that is what you're saying, I still respect your opinion. I would just disagree with it. Let's see. Wyatt, there is a question on the table. There is a question on the table, Wyatt. I see where somebody say we need to do a King and I. We do, but he be ducking me. Wyatt ducking me. He might be just done with me. Like, I ain't talking to this fool no more. No, we haven't been able to connect, but I believe we will connect soon. But there's a question on the table, Wyatt. Are you asserting that during the pandemic, no company got an actual loan that by every way, shape, and form and in name, that no one got a loan that was later forgiven by the government? Is that your assertion? Let me see. Wyatt, it says that in Article 4, Section 17 of the PPP document. So, Fame says it says it, but it is Fame. I don't know if you can trust Fame. I like you, man, but sometimes you be saying nonsense just to say nonsense. I don't know if I can trust you. I'll look it up when I get off the air. But Fame says it's a loan. Fame says it does say that it's a loan. Let me see. Myosha talking about some other rich people stuff, some loopholes that rich people find. There was something else that I wanted to discuss. Something else came up today. Not necessarily during Lincoln Ware show, but something did come up today that I wanted to discuss. Oh, look, if you are in like the Fairfield, Westchester, out there just up north, be careful. Apparently it's packs of coyotes running around causing real damage and attacking people. Apparently there are packs of coyotes running around just north attacking people. And if coyotes is running around up there up north and they're attacking people, they migrating this way. And the last thing I want to do is walk out of my house and be attacked by a pack of coyotes. That's the last thing I want to do. Wyatt says, have you seen a PPP loan repayment agreement, or do you know anyone who has made a payment arrangement or for repayment? I'll answer your question when you answer mine. Are you asserting that during the pandemic, no one got a government-backed loan by whatever your definition of a loan is and had that loan forgiven? Is that what you're asserting? Are Paycheck Protection Program loans forgiven? Paycheck protection borrowers may be eligible for loan forgiveness if the funds were used for eligible payroll costs, payments on business, mortgage, interest payments, rent, utilities, during either the 8 or 24-week period after disbursement. That's from sba.gov/PPP. So it looks like they were loans according to sba.gov. I can't click on that to put it up on the screen because that's just not the way this particular system works. So they were loans and they were forgiven. There are packs of coyotes in Forest Park. My neighbor across the street dog got attacked by coyotes in their backyard recently. They tore his dog up. Nat says he's using deflection techniques. Don't fall for it. They were clearly loans that were forgiven. I just want to know. Look, I'm not even debating that, which is why I'm asking what I think really simple question. Like, yes, I'm saying that, or no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just asking him, is he asserting that no one got federally backed loans and had those loans forgiven by whatever his definition of a loan is? John says, yes, they were loans that were forgiven. President of our company pretty much bragged how it was free money for our company. Broken Wing says, there's coyotes everywhere. I saw on a Ring doorbell, I want to say they said it was in Westchester, but it was like a pack of coyotes just running through the yard. And they talking about their pets been getting attacked and all of that kind of stuff. Let me see. Scroll. Janice says, so then there are several definitions for the word loan. Different people perceive things differently. I try to allow for that for the most part. I try to allow for that. But that's why I say by whatever your definition of a loan is. To me, I thought the loan was pretty simple. I'm going to give you some money and you're supposed to pay it back. I'm going to give you some money and you're supposed to pay it back. And eventually, I could say, don't worry about it, just keep it. But you take the money knowing that you're supposed to pay it back. To me, that's a loan. But for some people, maybe it's something different. Well, whatever your definition of loan is, I'm just asking, is the assertion that didn't happen. Since I'm a wolf of the highest order, I might need to intervene with this coyotes. It is coyote mating season until the end of March, though. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't follow coyote mating habits. And they're going to attack whoever don't belong here. Man, I could imagine just being attacked by a pack of coyotes. I mean, the coyotes are pretty small, so you would think, you know what I'm saying? F up a pack of coyotes, but they small, but they scrappy. You know what I'm saying? Coyotes would F you or your pet up. Unless you got like a pack of pit bulls. I think a pack of pit bulls might be able to hang with a pack of coyotes. They'd have to be well trained. Brent says, we have coyotes and bobcats in the Dallas area, and every time I see a missing dog or cat sign, I know those pets are chilling with Uncle Charles at the crossroads. Coyote breeding season are in. If your pet is being attacked and you shoot the coyote, can you get in trouble? I don't know. I would imagine, well, I don't, because they got laws against, fire. Some municipalities have laws against discharging a firearm in particular areas. So maybe. But I would suggest don't go running out there if your pet is getting attacked. Don't go running out there with no bat. Don't go running out there with no bat. Because them coyotes will, I think they might F you up. Brenda says, yep, coyotes in Fairfield too. They warning to keep your dog inside. Because coyotes gonna eat. And they'll eat your dog. Kenneth says, people for those who has eyes to see. The planet is on war mode. The animals are on war mode. My throat is tired. I would have screamed it for you because it's all caps. So I think that means you screaming. And he's warning you. My throat don't feel like it. It don't. Let's see. Loans were available to real companies, not fraudulent. All right. And we see why America can't progress, because people fight tooth and nail for rich folks. Now we debating what a loan is. I understand what you're saying. I don't know if that's necessarily what's happening. I don't really think we fighting for rich folks. I think we fighting against working class people. I think that's the difference. We're fighting against working class people. And if we can use rich people, or if we can take rich people, the example of something happening for rich people off the board, then we take that argument away, and now we can fight against working class people harder. What are you supposed to do if a coyote is in your yard besides stay in the house? Do they have coyote spray like bear spray? I'm pretty sure bear spray would work on a coyote. Let's get you some pepper spray. I think that'll work on a coyote, but I don't know what you do. I'm not going outside trying to handle no pack of coyotes. And I think I'm pretty manly. I think I'm manly. Look, don't let the muscles fool you. I think I'm manly. But I'm not fighting no pack of coyotes. It's not happening. Jason says, I got two, I don't know what that is. Malinois? I'm assuming, is that a type of a dog? And a couple twos. Wish a pack of coyotes would try us. Pack of coyotes would F you and your dogs up probably. Pit bulls would get tore up, but they stand their ground. See, I'm not sure, Angela. That's why I said a pack. So you put 7 coyotes against 7 full-grown pit bulls that are, active, exercise all the time, maybe a little bit of training. I think the coyotes would leave. They would understand. Numbers-wise, we are matched up. Size-wise, we are outsized. I think they would leave. Brent says, we have large ravens down here that are big and strong enough to fly away with a baby bunny. He was shocked the first time he saw it. Broken Wing says, coyotes are the size of medium dogs and look like mangy dogs. I know, I've seen coyotes. Daryl, I see them by my job. When I get off work at night, they would run when I'm walking out to my car. Yeah, I'm not messing with no coyotes. I'm not messing with no coyotes. My else say she afraid for the stray cats that she feed. You really are a cat lady. You a rich cat lady. But look, them coyotes come down, you can say bye to them cats. They'll help control the cat population. If they don't do nothing else, they'll control the cat population. Okay. He says there are 12 dog breeds that can defeat a small pack of coyotes. And you're talking about like one dog and a pack of coyotes. That's why I said if you got a number of dogs, then maybe. Somebody want to know, do coyotes come after people? I thought I saw a story where a few people had gotten attacked by these coyotes. I don't understand why they wouldn't. Yo Underwood says, good afternoon, everyone. Emanuel, you still fighting? Who was I fighting? I ain't been fighting nobody. I'm a grown man. I ain't got time to be fighting. Muscles where? Stop it. I got muscles. How you think I move? You know what I'm saying? Them goddamn muscles. They're not visible to the naked eye, but they exist. I can't bend my arm without muscles to do it. All muscle. All muscle. You understand how motion works? Don't hate on me, Lady K. Don't hate on me. I'm talking pure D biology. Let me see. You probably ain't standing too much taller than them coyotes. See? That's hate. That's hate. And that's all right. You can hate. I'm not going to threaten to murder you. See how that works, person? There was some hate. I absorbed it and didn't threaten to murder anybody. See? Can you be manly when you openly admit to having titties? Yes, you can. Yes. Hater. And I didn't threaten to murder her either. See? Person, you see how that works? Daryl said he gonna shoot a coyote. Okay. I'm not here defending the coyote population, so don't be mad at me. I don't know the legalities of it. That's really all I was saying. That's really all I was saying. Emanuel, you telling people that bear spray can work on coyotes knowing you won't test the theory. Crystal, you are saying that I said stuff that I didn't say. There's a word for it. It's not just misquoting. You're misinterpreting what I said. Oh, hold on. I got a call coming in. Hold on. Let me see. Is it going to let me answer them today? Hold on, Brent. Okay. It's all Brent.
Hey, Emanuel. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Brent.
That's good. Yeah, just wanted to share my wildlife story. You know, where we are is a mature neighborhood, trees, but it has a trail with a dry creek bed. So, yeah, we got some coyotes and some bobcats down there. And one Saturday, I sent my 12-year-old son out to cut the grass like I do every Saturday. And he came back in and said, there's some baby bobcats behind the storage shed.
Oh.
And the way our storage shed is, it's sandwiched in between our house and the fence. So I was like, man, there ain't no bobcats. There's just some, some kittens that wandered back there. And so, I'm trying to be slick and everything. So I climbed on the fence to get to the roof of the storage shed to look back there. And I was on my phone and I told my son, hey, close the garage. I'm going to try to, shoo these kittens on out of here. And, I saw it, and they had a little short, stubby tail. So I was like, okay, this is a bobcat. And my older son said there's two kittens, I guess that's what you call them, two kittens on the patio. And I was like, hold up, there's 2 kittens here. So then I was like, oh crap, where is the mama? So I'm looking around and panicking because I don't see the mama. Because if you don't mess with the babies if the mama's around, because you will get towed up.
Yeah, you was about to get effed up.
Yes. So I calmed down and climbed down the fence and went back inside and closed the doors and the garage door. And we called pest removal here, because I wasn't messing with it. And I did see like a half-eaten rabbit. So apparently the mama was out hunting for rabbits. We got a bunch of rabbits around here. So yeah, we don't play when it comes to bobcats like that. And people have even sent out pictures on the app Next Door, where they show a bobcat staring at their little pocket dog through their window. And I was like, yeah, that dog gonna get ate up. Yeah. If you're gonna get a dog, you better get something big, because they come up missing all the time, and it's so sad seeing the little boys and girls putting up the signs, and their parents know them dogs is gone, they ain't coming back. But it's just crazy. So we see everything, including I saw my first deer, which I thought I'd see more of them around here, but not really. But it's crazy. It is crazy. So when you're out walking and everything, you always see people carrying, at least a long pointy stick to delay the inevitable and give you a chance to run. But yeah, it's nothing to be played with.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mess with no bobcat. No doubt about it.
Oh no, that freaked me out, because I thought I had the high ground, but these things can climb up the sides of houses and be on the roof. So I'm like, oh Lord, where is he? Look up first, and I could just see it. Turn around.
That'd be terrible.
And I'm like Ricky Bobby in the Ballad of Ricky Bobby fighting that cougar.
Yeah, that would be
I'm
terrible.
glad it didn't wind it that way.
If that ever happens, make sure your son is recording, and then send me the video.
No, that video won't see the light of day. All right, that's all I got.
All right, Brent. That was Brent. That's all he got. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with no daggone bobcat. I wouldn't mess with no bobcat. But I mean, hold on, back to what I was saying, while somebody was trying to misclassify or mischaracterize what I was saying. I wasn't telling anybody that bear spray will work on a coyote. I was asking, would it work? And I said, I think it might work, but I didn't say, in any definitive way, like, oh, bear spray works on coyotes. No, don't mischaracterize what I say. I don't know. Would I try? I mean, if I'm in a situation where I'm being cornered by a pack of daggone coyotes and I happen to have bear spray in my pocket, would I try it? Sure. I wouldn't be like, oh, let me see what I got. Oh, damn, this is bear spray and them is coyotes. I can't use this on them. No, I wouldn't do that. I would get to spraying. Aim for the eyes. Yeah. No doubt about it. But I didn't say, as a matter of fact, that would help. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't help myself. I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody said the camera put on 10 pounds. Victoria says, my house back up to the woods. I thought I saw a coyote. My next door neighbor has a cane corso. The cane corso chased me in the house last week. Would he chase those coyotes? I'm not sure. I'm not a big dog breed. I don't know a whole lot of dog breeds. To be watching stuff about them. I just be interested. But yeah, I just brought up that just be aware that there are coyotes out here, apparently. There are coyotes out here. They're talking about maybe beginning to trap them or whatever. And if they get too bad, then, they'll give you the green light to probably shoot them. If they get too bad. But that's if they get too bad. I can't say that they will or that they won't. I'm just letting you know so that you're aware of what's going on, and you know, govern yourself accordingly. Govern yourself accordingly. And I have to admit, Brent, I hope you're watching. And I really should have asked you this question. How is that not some form of abuse? You might have been abusing your child. If you live in an area where bobcats are, why are you sending the boy out there to cut the grass? That would be my excuse. If I'm your son and you like, hey boy, go cut that grass. I'm gonna be like, Daddy, I'm not trying to get attacked by no bobcat. No. I need protective gear. No. I'm not trying to get attacked by no bobcat. LaDonna say she almost couldn't find us. Yeah, we over here on the afternoon experiment page. I gave y'all a message. I said the afternoon experiment is live on and put the link. Let me see. Oh, we didn't talk about Fox News. And there's not a whole lot to say. There's not a whole lot to say about Fox News and what's going on. Fox News be lying. Let's sum it up. Fox News be lying. How many of us didn't know that? Ron, we know you didn't know. Put your hand down. Ron D, you didn't know it. Ben, is Ben here? He didn't know it. Okay, we get that. Those two we know didn't know. Is Freeman here? Is Ross Freeman here? He may not have known. But the rest of us, how many of y'all honestly didn't know Fox News be lying? That really should have just been the headline. Fox News be lying. That would have did it. Hold on. Let me see. Because, you know, I'm working on making this show more professional. I'm working on it. There we go. So for people just tuning in, want to know what we talking about. Fox News be lying. Fox News be lying. That's the headline. Or at least that could have been the headline. Oh, hold on. I don't like that. Let me. Okay, there we go. That's better. Well, who didn't know this? And all right, under oath, now we know. They knew that, and they never even believed the idea that there was a stolen election. But they pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. And I honestly believe that they should be charged. They should be, look, if you know it ain't true, like, no, not like, I don't know that I believe that, but you know it ain't true. You sending around memos and text messages to each other like, whatever, he on that bullshit. There ain't nothing wrong. But then you on air talking about we gotta fight because the election was stolen. And then they go and try to overthrow the government. Everybody on that network who knew, okay, that was the neighbor. Everybody on that network who knew that was a lie and still pushed it, from the executives to the hosts to the producers, they should be charged with something. They should be charged with something. My say she hoped Dominion get awarded enough money to take Fox News off the air. Roger Ailes threw all of his opinion hosts under the short bus, trying to say it was them as individuals and not Fox News as a corporation. But the thing about it is, none of that matters. None of that matters. Because those non-educated people, because y'all do realize that, and I'm not breaking any ground here, I'm not saying anything that people don't already know, but when they do a breakdown of who votes Republican and who votes Democrat, college educated people, based on all of the breakdowns that I've seen, college educated people overwhelmingly vote Democrat. And the non-educated rural, I hate that word. Yeah, I can't say rural, you know. The rural, I'm Scooby-Doo when I say that word. The people that live in the sticks, they are the people who overwhelmingly vote Republican. Those uneducated stick people. Which is maybe another reason why we should make education more accessible to people. Anthony says, yes, they are co-conspirators in the insurrection. Yes. Yes, they are. And in my opinion, they are. Terry says, are these results by demographics? I'm not sure what you mean. Wouldn't that be a demographic? College educated versus non-college educated? So I'm not sure what you mean. Me saying rural. Why can't I say it? It's like George W. Bush saying nuclear. Or what does he say? Nuclear. That's just one of the words I can't say. I can't say World War whatever. World War I or World War II. See, I have to say it slow and deliberately say, otherwise I say World War I, World War II, world, damn it. I'm trying to say it fast and correctly. World War I and World War II. Yeah, yep, you get it. I can't say it. Oh, we got Ben. He got to take up for Fox. Come on, Ben. CNN and MSNBC does the same thing. Why are you signaling out one or the other? Singling out one or the other? Do they? Give me, because you give me an example where you know, and there's some proof, some admitting, some documentation that NBC News knew something to be false. They communicated amongst themselves and said, that's false. But we're going to run with the story anyway. For months at a time. With them all knowing and believing it was false. Give me an example. I'm not saying it don't exist, but I'm asking for an example. And if you give me an example, I'll get on CNN and MSNBC too. So, I'm waiting, Ben. Give me the example. But while we wait for Ben to come up with an example, Janice says, that's why Trump said if he ever ran for office, it would be the Republican Party because they are the dumbest. That's what their boy Donald said. I don't actually know that Donald Trump actually said that. I know that's been attributed to him a number of times, but I don't believe he actually said that. I would have to see that and see him say the quote. My understanding is he did not say that. But it's kind of true. Diane says those other networks aren't being sued. Daryl says, you're wasting your time. That fool ain't gonna give you no examples. I know. But that's why you ask. Weren't you the same person who said just because you haven't heard or saw something, it can still be true? I don't think I said that, but I do kind of agree with that sentiment. But I'm asking, see, there's a difference between it could be true and it is true. See, we know it to be true with Fox News. Then you say, well, the other networks do the same thing. I say, give me an example. Well, but you said it could be true, but I didn't state it as a fact like you just did. So you stated something as a fact. Tell me where you got that information from and how I can know that to be a fact. You trying to pull a Fox News. Lewis says he actually did say that at the Holyfield Tyson 2 fight. Can you find me a clip of it? Andre wants to know, what's the difference between Fox News and Alex Jones? Will Fox News have to pay the families of the security guards on January 6th because of Fox? They should. Because there's no difference. There's no difference. But like I said, that the people who watch, I was watching Fox last night when everybody else, of course, was reporting on the fact that Fox News be lying. They were talking about Laura Ingraham anyway when I tuned in. She was talking about how it's time for Joe Biden to go away. Like, it wasn't even like anywhere near a fact-based report or anything. It was just Joe Biden needs to go away. He's overstayed his welcome. And she went into Cher, did like 3 farewell tours. And I'm like, really? This is what y'all got as even fake news? That Cher did a whole lot of farewell tours and she wore out her welcome, and Joe Biden has worn out his welcome. But based on what? There was nothing substantive in the report at all. I was like, what is this? But of course, they weren't going to talk about the fact that Murdoch just threw them all under the bus. But I'm like, I'm sure there were other like actual news stories that y'all could pontificate about. Even, just do y'all normal spin something into something. But they didn't even do that. I was like, oh my goodness, this is terrible. Yeah, they were talking about what they had for dinner and transgenders. Yes, that is. Ben, are you still there? I'm waiting for an example. And Wyatt, I'm waiting for you to. Are you making the assertion that no one during the pandemic got a loan that was forgiven? Because, I'm just curious. Why do people never answer my questions? I be asking like really simple questions. You can say, Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Well, yeah, there was this one story where MSNBC knew this was fake and they said it. Just answer like yesterday when I was asking Ron who gave Hunter Biden money. No. Just answer the question. Who gave him money? And what did they even purport it to be about? If you ask me questions, I answer, even when the answer doesn't necessarily go in my favor of the argument. I try to answer the question and then explain. But at least answer. Janice says, I've tried to watch Fox News, but I cannot get through more than 10 minutes at the most. But I tried. I know, it is difficult. I force myself to watch it. I force myself to watch. And I force myself to watch it kind of with the mindset of somebody watching MSNBC. But they're not the same. And it ain't just because I tend to agree more with what they're saying on MSNBC. But MSNBC, at least the hosts that I watch, they are much more of a, even when they're not doing news, they're much more of a news organization. I try to watch it. And I'm watching, I don't know, Rachel. And Rachel is like, this happened. And it's factual. Here's a video of this happening. Here is audio of him saying this. Here is audio of him saying this. Here is audio of him saying this. She'll run it all off across the screen. Now, you may not agree with the conclusion that she comes to after she does all of that, but she just presented you with a lot of facts. 10 years ago, he said this. 15 years ago, he said that. Last night, he said this. You might not agree, but with whatever her conclusion is, but she just gave you facts. On Fox News, it's like, where's your facts? Okay, fact, Joe Biden is the president. Everything from there, they can't give you no facts. And then any actual stuff they play, it's like, that didn't have nothing to do with nothing, and you didn't even tie it. What are you doing? So it is when people say, well, they all the same. They all the same. They're not all the same. Now, they all have a slant. So I guess in that way, they're the same. They all have a slant. But they're not all the same. Wait a minute. Let me see. Do I have an answer from Ben? Ben says, all those news stations are told what to say. Stop being naive. Ben, you didn't answer the question. Now you're trying to get away from what you actually said. You said, we're talking about the facts that Fox News, the hosts, the executives, the producers, and the owner all knew, felt, and believed that what Donald Trump was saying and the people behind him was a lie. They all knew it. They felt it. They believed it, but they pushed it as true. You said CNN and MSNBC does the same thing. All I asked you for was an example. Well, they all told what to say. That's not the same. I asked you for an example. So you shouldn't be putting out there, Mr. Fox News, stuff that you know to not be true and then try to spin it. Because we all know Fox News be lying. You are like Fox News, bro. You be lying. And then when you kind of get pinned down, you try to pivot. Talk about something else. Spin it in another way. You made a definitive statement. They all do the same thing. And when we were talking about knowing something to be factually inaccurate and still pushing it as the truth. Just, if they all do it, give me an example of where they've done it. That's not hard. I'm not saying that it hasn't happened. It don't come to my mind where it's happened. I'm not saying that it hasn't happened. I'm asking you, if you can say they've done it, you should have an example. Let's see. You can always tell a Fox viewer. You kind of can. I'm just waiting for him to bring up Hunter Biden's laptop. Cause that's the go-to. Like, they all do it. Oh, do they? Give me an example. Well, they all are told what to say. Oh, give me an example of where they lied. Well, Joe Biden is not a good president. Well, give me an example of where they lied. What about Hunter Biden's laptop? That's like the white flag. Like, I've lost. This is all I got. Oh, I forgot. COVID-19. That is another one. And transgender. Say something about transgender now. Transgender. What? COVID was a conspiracy. Transgender is ruining our children. And Hunter Biden's laptop. So you got one of three. Come on. Ben, you can bring up the laptop. You can bring up the laptop. Just skip step number 2 and just bring up the laptop. That way I will know you've surrendered. I will know that you have surrendered. As he says, COVID-19. What? So you're saying COVID-19 didn't exist? They didn't believe COVID-19 existed. MSNBC didn't believe COVID-19 existed. They thought it was a lie. As a matter of fact, they knew it to be a lie, and they still reported that it actually existed. Because that's what we're talking about. So just saying COVID-19 does not help your argument. Just go ahead and say Hunter Biden's laptop so we can move on. You just surrender. I got nothing. I was just saying something because I still believe Fox News, even though I know that Fox News be lying. So I still believe them, but Hunter Biden's laptop. Just go ahead and say it. Just get it out. Just get it out the way. Hold on. I got a call coming in. Jason.
Yeah, I must have missed that call yesterday after the show.
You did.
I was waiting and waiting.
Man, I was tired after the show. It was like 6 o'clock, bro. That's why I told you to call me.
But remember, you said I'm gonna call you after the show.
I did.
I don't have the number.
I'm not reliable in that way. But we gonna get in touch. But did you want to talk about any of this?
Hey, they just brushed it off like it was. All right.
No, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get in touch with you like I did before. But I just need a piece of information from you, and then I'll be good. But go ahead and talk about this.
A Malinois is a dog that some police in America use it, but they use it overseas as a police dog versus a raggedy German Shepherd. The boy I have, he's quite aggressive. I don't think the Coyotes win. I think he'd go and fight 2 or 3 of them. He might not win, but he's going to put a good show on.
Okay.
And as far as the rest of them, you said they would tear us up. I'll put the 9-piece on a couple of them boys, and they get to running back to the woods they came from. Ain't nobody on that. But from what I hear, if a coyote is coming after you, a person, he has rabies, so you better kill him before he bites you. And then you got to go get that shot. Or what is it now? It's not one shot, it's multiple shots.
I don't know how many shots, but you could take a rabies shot. Man up.
Because don't they gotta give it to you in your stomach? Isn't it some weird shit where they can't just hit you in the arm? They gotta hit you in your stomach.
I think that's some stuff we heard as a kid. You got to take 14 shots to the stomach. That's some stuff that we said as a kid. I don't believe that to be true. Why would they have to give it to you in the stomach? That don't make sense to me. It might be true, but it's probably not.
A direct injection of the infected area. Or the area of rabies. Well, I guess rabies affects the brain. I don't know.
Right, so you got bit in the stomach? You know that? Yeah, no, that's just some stuff we said as kids, I think.
And Isn't Brent from Texas?
Yes.
So I would imagine him climbing up on the fence with a revolver swinging off of his waist, waiting for the bobcat, not climbing back down and running back in the house. He in the most gun loose state in the damn country.
He thought it was some kittens, so he didn't take his gun out there with him.
You live in Texas. They go out the door. When they walk out the door, I got my keys, my wallet, and my gun.
That's
and my
not.
phone.
That's
how I imagine they do it.
That is the way, the image that they put into our heads of people in Texas, but that's just not the way it is.
And for here, people talk, can you shoot the coyote? And look, if you're busy worried about the law because the coyote was coming after you, and like I said, if they're coming to bite you, they have rabies. That's why they're not afraid of you. I'm shooting it. And
no, that's not true.
To the judge like I wasn't getting
wait,
bit.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that if a coyote is attacking you, that means he got rabies. That's not true.
They don't interact with people. They're not people aggressive.
Look,
so if these people aggressive, something's wrong.
Now, if they hungry and you out there and they think they can take you, I think they'll try you.
What are you, like a 12-year-old? Yeah, if you like a 2-year-old kid that they can drag off into the woods, a grown man.
I think a hungry canine ain't necessary. Once they get to a certain level of hunger, I think they'll try whatever.
I don't think that's hunger. I think that's delusion. Because if you're not taking me down, I'm going to snap your neck first.
Okay. All right.
But I'm all curious, so I'm going to have to look it up. I'll look it up and then wait for you to call me about that T-shirt.
All right. Hold on. I got to write it down. If I don't write it down, I'll forget. It was late. Like somebody said, 6 ain't late. 6 is late when you've been on the air since 2 o'clock. 6 is late.
I don't think you started at 2 o'clock yesterday.
No, I did. Right around 2:10. The drive in. I was live almost the whole drive home. So yeah, I was tired. But
well, then I'm on YouTube because they ain't giving me my notifications properly. Then.
Well, I didn't go live on YouTube. I was just live on Facebook.
Ah, boo. Oh, that's what. Oh, before I go, you be talking about that Facebook. All it takes is some people to start reporting you, and then they stick the AI on you, and the AI does not, like, once it's on your back, it ain't getting off, and you might as well make a new profile from a different phone or a different computer because I had to get off of Facebook altogether because if I post something that even looked close to suspicious, I was on a 3-day ban, and it wasn't even.
They good for banning me, so yeah.
Yeah, that's your only hope. That's the haven for people who want to bully people but can't really bully them unless they online and untouchable.
Well, all right. I wrote myself a note. I will be calling you today. It won't be right after the show because I have a Zoom meeting, so it'll probably be later on this evening.
All right.
All right.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right. That was Jason. I do need to call him. I need to call him about the shirts. We talked, but I need to call him. Are you guessing, E-Man? I don't know what you're talking about. I guessed about a lot of stuff. I remember being a kid. Like, I don't want to get rabies. You got to take 14 shots right in your stomach. Like but it don't make sense to me now as an adult. But as a kid, we used to say that. But I can't say it's not true because I don't know for sure. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody put something. There was something that somebody put up. I'm going to say about the news stations. It was about what? Cuomo? Hold on. Where is it? They asked something about Chris Cuomo. Janice is funny. I should go to school and teach critical thinking. You know the Bidens. You know they got the Bidens by the eggs. All the laptop information was on YouTube and Twitter. People sick of the laptop. Y'all know the laptop come up. How is that your ace in the hole? That's their ace in the hole. What about Hunter Biden's laptop? What about it? Veronica. Yeah, Veronica says, well, can you talk about CNN firing Chris Cuomo? Did I say Chris? Chris Cuomo for not turning on his brother, the governor. Man, they did get rid of him. They got rid of him. Do they still give rabies shots in your stomach? I don't know that they ever did. I think we just said that as kids, but I'm not sure. He got Brent confused with Lawrence. That's kind of how they, and a lot of people, and Brent, you'll have to admit, a lot of people in Texas talk about it like that, as if, oh, if you come to Texas and you try to do something, you get shot. Everybody around here got guns. No, that ain't true. That ain't true. Now everybody can beat up coyotes. Oh. We tough, man. We tough. Everybody can beat up coyotes. Oh, let me see. We got CK calling in. CK! CK?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
I'm fantastic. And you?
Man, I had to catch you before you was leaving at 5 today, wasn't you?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know me. I'm going to call in and make sure, you know what I mean? Make sure, I see how close you was to all the subscribers you got now. What you got, about 46,000 of them?
Huh?
How many subscribers you at now?
I don't know, probably about 300.
300,000. Come on now, go.
No, I think I got probably about 300. I think I got about 300.
But so did you check on Dr. King's mama getting assassinated?
I didn't, but again, like I said, when you said that, it kind of brought back to my memory something about that. But no, I didn't go back and read up on it. I didn't.
That's what you spoke on today. That's not one of your, when you be talking on your show and you be like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to check, leave your number and we can check this. Man, you don't do nothing. When you bust the clock, it's a wrap.
Look, as Jason, did not call him. And he told me what he wanted and we had a discussion about it. I just need to talk to him one more time. I called him.
Oh, so you getting back to people?
Yeah, ask Fame. Now, Fame would probably be mad right now because he told me to check my messages and I haven't checked them yet. But when he reached out to me and said, I need you to call me, I called him. I call people. I reach out to people. I'm not as good about doing that maybe as I should be, but some of that is I have a lot of stuff going on, and some of it is I'd be kind of tired and lazy-ish come around 6, 7 o'clock. I'd be trying to chill.
So you remember how, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I just want you to watch that Tyson Holyfield too, because Donald Trump was on there. Do you remember how he was before he became president, before he turned into a Republican?
Oh, he was a racist, yeah.
So you think he was a racist early on in his career?
He definitely was.
Yep. But he used to still talk up like he was down with the cause.
Yes, of course. Yes, he did.
Yeah, you peeped it though, because of the newspaper article he put out, remember? Talking about he wanted the execution of the Central Park Five.
Yeah, amongst other things, yes.
He did more racist stuff besides that?
Yeah.
I ain't know too much about him now. I just seen the rappers always talk about
was it here? His father owned some properties and I think they got sued and they had to got like a federal judgment against them because they didn't want to rent to black people. And I think that was here. He found out that there was a black person who handled the money, I think, at one of his casinos, and he told them, I don't want no black person handling my money. This dude been a racist.
Oh, so you didn't need him to run for president to know this?
No.
You already. I feel you. Because you know he was putting on that big front, and everybody was, you know, they was biting the apple, I guess. He made all them alliances with the within the fight game.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you get out here, man. I seen you was out there that damn winter storm last night with a cracked windshield.
Why y'all focused on my windshield?
I was mad as hell, man. I'm making people think your finances messed up, man. You ain't fixing that windshield.
That windshield ain't hurting nobody.
Them police be tripping on them windshields, man.
Well, they ain't messed with me yet, but now since y'all keep bringing it up, I need to go ahead and get it fixed. See, that's what y'all don't understand. Like, Kenneth? That's the kind of stuff when y'all keep mentioning people's names and talking about stuff that, you know, may or may not be against the vehicle code. That's the kind of stuff that then just start happening.
I feel you, man. I feel you. You know, people just looking out for you, man. They don't want to. Then you talking about you're gonna be videotaping the little meetings and stuff when you go check out the city stuff. So you know they'll mess me up, but you got a cracked windshield. They'd be on top of you.
Oh yeah, no. Before I do that, I definitely got to get the windshield fixed, cause that'll be putting a big target on my back, and I'm already aware of that.
And I wanted to clear up that thing about ATL I told you about. Yeah, they right. It's not a gay show, but they get you with gay jabs.
With what?
And you know, jabs. They hit you with a gay moment out of nowhere because it's an ATL show. Like the two co-stars kissed each other, the two men, for no damn reason.
That's gay.
Right, exactly. That's why they did it though, to get a pair of Jordans, Brando Jordans. A white man made this man kiss another. It was an older brother made these two brothers kiss just for a pair of Jordans. You know, and so I was like, yeah. You know you don't be on that. You know what it's about when they throw the little jabs in there.
All right. Hey, CK, I appreciate your call, man.
Sir, yes, sir.
All right. I got to get ready to get out of here. Let me read a couple more messages. I saw a few of them pop up that I definitely want to address. Ben, and I'm sure before I read this, he's about to give us an example of where CNN or MSNBC knew something to be a lie. They knew it was a lie. They didn't believe it themselves. They actually thought the person pushing the lie was bat-ass crazy, but they pushed it anyway. So I'm about to read this, and I want that example. All right, let's see. You're not black if you don't vote for me. How is that an example of CNN or MSNBC knowing something is a lie and then continuing to push that out there? It's not. It's not. Let's see, my kind of lunatic friend. Windshield, couple $100. You tripping. I'm poor, man. Let's see. Brent want to know, did Ben block him? Says, I can only see his messages in the scroll, but not in the chat. I don't know. Jason says, that's called gay for pay. Either way, that's gay. That's gay to the mud. Yeah, Ben, just go. Yeah, right. Just go ahead and say, what about Hunter Biden's laptop? Just go ahead and say it. You can say it. We all know you quit. You don't have an example. You still watch Fox News and believe everything they say, even though they're admittedly pushing stuff that they know to be a lie. Nat says, Trump also said there were good people on both sides at a Klan rally. Right. Right. Rick wants to know, does my insurance cover cracked windshields? I'm not worried about the windshield. Why are y'all worried about my windshield? It's shielding me from the wind. Let's worry about that. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I believe Wyatt's coming on today. So let me get out of his space. So go check out Wyatt. I'm sure, well, I'm not sure. It's possible that he'll answer that question that I asked earlier. And here's what I don't like about Wyatt. That dude is smart. He have information. And sometimes he be proving me wrong. I don't like that. But I still check him out. And for that one dude, even when he proved me wrong, I still ain't never threatened to murder him. See how that works? I just secretly hate on him when he proved me wrong. Just secretly. I mean, damn Wyatt. But I never threatened to murder him. See how simple that is? All right, I got to get ready to get out of here. Check out Wyatt. Wyatt Live. It is the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. Oh, by the way, he said somebody said that somebody sent somebody a clip of my show from yesterday. Who in here snitching? Freeman in here? Who in here snitching? Why are y'all sending clips of my show to people to make them madder at me so that they want to murder me even more? Who the person that sent the clip? I'm looking. I can't. You're wrong. You're wrong for doing that. People be doing that to Lincoln too. Calling Lincoln, your little friend said. You know what your little hater said about you, and I know who you are too. I still love you. But you're wrong for doing that. You're sowing seeds of potential hatred, and you shouldn't do that. Oh, wait a minute. I got a call coming in. Wait, let me take this call before I go. Yes, caller.
Hey, man, what the hell are you doing saying my damn name, man? Didn't I tell you don't be saying my damn name? What the hell are you doing saying my name?
Oh, I didn't even say his name, though. Oh.
Man, my uncle told you earlier, man, you better not be saying my, man, I just spent 20 years in damn karate school. You be folks saying Ross, I ain't said nothing about you. You better quit saying my damn name.
Who is this? Who is this? Oh, all right. Is that it?
Hey, can you unblock me, man? Damn, man, why you keep blocking me from the show?
You are not blocked.
Huh? You can't see my comments.
Again, I gotta figure out how to undo that. I didn't know that this was who it was.
You scared of Leslie for real, bro?
I don't want to be murdered. I do
you
not
really
want to be
scared?
murdered.
I'm just.
Ain't that reasonable? Hold on.
Hey,
tell me.
I was doing some work, but I was about to call and cuss your ass out about an hour ago, man. Didn't you learn something about saying somebody's name?
Whose name did I say?
He said don't say no names.
Whose name did I say?
Lindsay.
All right, you gotta go. So I don't need people just appearing. When you say somebody's name, like I think if you say a name 3 times, they appear. If you say it like 5, 6 times, they appear with extra strength. I don't need an extra strong person wanting to kill me. A regular person is enough. I don't need that. I am going to try to see if I can get him unblocked on here, but I don't know how to do it. It's not, once I hit the block thing, it's not allowing me to unblock. So I don't know what to tell you. I have to figure it out, but I'll figure it out. All right. I do have to get out of here. Go check out Wyatt Live. Jason, I got to know, I will call you this evening. Everybody, I hope you all have an amazing rest of the day, rest of the evening. Hope something life-changing happens. All right? Until next time, it's been the Afternoon Experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I am the King of Talk, and I'm out. Peace.